understood what was kind of pushing them there. And so I do want people to know that just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal. That is completely different. Being a criminal is more so about your mindset. Committing a crime can come for a lot of different reasons.
But as somebody who understands history, when I see ICE, I see slave patrols. Now, I never lived through the slave patrol period, but if you know the history of policing in this country, then you understand that they were born out of slave patrols. I want to be clear that, like, law enforcement isn't to prevent crime. Law enforcement solves crime, okay? That is what they're supposed to do. They are supposed to solve crimes, not necessarily prevent them from happening, per se.
Oh, Jasmine crash out Crockett. My goodness. Police officers don't prevent crime. Okay. All right. Oh, my goodness. They don't prevent crime. Wow. We got to talk about Jasmine crash out Crockett today. You guys are always sending me different clips and things, which I greatly appreciate, because there's times where I'm just sitting here like, man, what do I want to talk about today? I mean, there's so many different things that I could talk about. And, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll check the DMs and bam, there's the idea. And here's one of those days, okay? I got a couple of clips from Judge Joe Brown, who you guys are probably familiar with, a very famous individual. And honestly, we've checked him out before in the past. But then also I have a clip from Stephen A. Smith as well that I want to get into. And they're both talking about Jasmine crash out Crockett, which is obviously why you saw the clips at the very beginning of this video. But here's the first clip from Judge Joe Brown that I want to show you guys. That's just... It's hilarious, man. I love it. With that being said, though, let's dive in.
Jasmine Crockett is an idiot. She's got that wig weave in her head and those barn door eyelashes that make me think she's going to play helicopter if she flaps too rapidly and start moving up in the air a little bit. And frankly, the woman has no common sense.
Hey, man, I rock with Judge Joe Brown, man. Dude is hilarious. He does not hold back whatsoever. If you ask him a question, he's going to tell you the truth. It don't matter what it is, who it's about. He's going to tell you the unfettered truth. And I love it. I absolutely love it, man. But here's the second clip where he's speaking about Miss Crash Out.
Jasmine Crockett. How you feel about her? I know you ain't really, seeing eye to eye with her, huh?
An idiot. She's an embarrassment. She says all kinds of stupid stuff. She's got a Memphis connection. She went to a private school, college here, Rhodes College, founded by the person that set up apartheid in South Africa 150 years ago. So she went to that elite private school. Then she went to, Thurgood Marshall Law School. She's a fake. She tries to be ghetto, and she's just as boule as she gets. With her wig hat on and her barn's door-sized fake eyelashes, and saying the ignorant stuff she says. I call her coon-skin Crockett. She wants to be a plantation mammy who is a special category, which is a third floor bed wench. And they have a male and female in the Democratic Party, and she's one of them.
Wait, who's the male then? Y'all let me know in the comments. Who do y'all think that, because he said there's a male and a female in the Democrat Party, and she's one of them.
Democratic Party, and she's one bed wench. And they have a male and female in the Democratic Party, and she's one of them.
Who's the male?
Went to Rhodes College, small private college here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, man. Jasmine Crockett has been getting exposed for a while now because it was going viral that, she didn't live like the ghetto life that she puts on display. The whole talking ghetto and everything. Like she came up in private schools in a well-off home. You know what I mean? She ain't who she claims to be. And obviously the old clip of her from before has resurfaced 1,000 times. I'm not going to bore y'all with that. But here is the clip from Stephen A. Smith calling out Jasmine Crockett. Now, it's not as harsh as Judge Joe Brown, but I still like it.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying, that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be.
No, Stephen A. Smith is 1,000% correct. If Democrats were smart, they would realize and understand that, for the most part, they can't stop whatever it is that Trump wants to do. Because we have the House and we have the Senate. Now, they could convince some rhinos, because we still do have some rhinos, and I've named those folks 1,000 times, some of those folks 1,000 times. But for the most part, they can't really stop us, So the smartest thing to do would be to get on Trump's good side and have some of your policies mixed into what Trump really wants to do. Mix in some of what your constituents actually need into Trump's policies. That would be the smart thing, right? So then when you go back to your districts, Jasmine Crockett, you can brag about, hey, I got this, this, and this put into the big, beautiful bill or whatever, right? But no, they can't do that. They can't do that. All they know is F Trump, Trump bad, and it's just like, come on now, bro, really? That all you got? It's pretty sad and pathetic at this point. It's literally all you guys are doing. Trump bad, Trump bad. Whatever Trump says is terrible. Whatever he does, it's Nazi-like, it's Hitler. But it's just like, come on, bro. Come on, really? Really? Bill O'Reilly, take it away.
She doesn't matter. She wants to be AOC. She wants to be famous. She knows she gets famous by attacking President Trump in ways that are over the top, so she gets attention on social media. We all know what the game is. In my opinion, she's not looking out for the people in her district. She's trying to build a fame quotient. This is Jasmine Crockett. Okay, so she's a big Trump is Hitler person. That's what she is. Now, if she would like to sit across from me, and we'll invite her to discuss Confronting Evil and the chapter on Hitler, which is stuff you have no idea about, I would be happy to do that, because I know a lot about the Third Reich, and I don't believe Jasmine Crockett knows anything about it. But I could be wrong. Maybe she is a German scholar. Okay. So she appears on CNN, of course, and she's still spouting this radical, progressive point of view. Roll the tape.
But do you have a responsibility as an elected official not to raise the temperature, but rather lower the temperature, particularly when there are people out there who listen to elected officials all over the place who are not well, who use that as a way to instigate the political violence that you are calling out?
I think that my responsibility is to be transparent and to be honest. And the reality is that we are living in a time in which this administration and this regime is not interested in making sure that people understand history. We need to understand why they are so problematic. And so I am using that language because it is accurate language. When we see the consolidation of power, when we see them trying to chill speech of jokesters, when we're seeing all of this, that is a playbook out of Hitler, and I won't deny it. Like, these are the facts.
No, it's not. So if you were a dissenter of the Third Reich after 1933, you weren't removed from your job. You were either killed or put in a concentration camp. Dachau was the first one. It wasn't like you got a call from the Reich Chancellery in Berlin saying, hey, drag Jimmy Kimmel off the air. No, that's not what the Third Reich did. They marched some Gestapo agents into the television studio. TV wasn't even invented then, but let's say radio. And they grabbed the guy and threw him in a car. Miss Crockett. Okay, that's what the Third Reich was under Adolf Hitler. And no comparison to what the United States is. None. Got it, lady? I'll give you 100 more. I know I'm being disrespectful, but she doesn't deserve to be respected, Jasmine Crockett, because she's not looking out for her people. She's not looking out for her district. What good does her radical progressive profile do the Texans in her district? What?
Doesn't do a single thing. Not a single darn thing. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Jasmine Crash Out Crockett is just that, a crash out. And hey, Judge Joe Brown has something different to say about her nickname, which is absolutely wild. But yeah, man, it's part of it is sad to watch the Democrat Party completely fall apart, you know, because I truly believe that this country is better when both parties are actually strong and doing well, right? Because then there's always that competition to make America even better. Who can do it better, you know? So I do believe that is great for our country, but the Democrat Party has completely fallen off a cliff. Completely fallen off a cliff. I've come across so many, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull one of these up really quickly. I've come across so many new voter registration numbers. Where was it? It is absolutely ugly. Oh, here's one. Nevada just flipped Republican. Okay. Here, let me throw this on the screen. Bam! Nevada has actually flipped Republican. GOP lead of 2,284. And the gain in the month of September was a little over 6,000. We officially have a voter registration lead in Nevada. I've come across that kind of stuff all the time. Let me see. Well, no, I might make a video on some of this other stuff, so maybe I won't show that to you yet. But just know that there's a lot of good news on the Republican side that is spelling absolute doom for the Democrat Party. Absolute doom for the Democrat Party. You know, so I know I say this all the time, but like I genuinely don't see how they turn this around, because they're doubling and tripling down on some of the same stuff that got them in this position. Trump bad, Trump Hitler, Trump bad. Bro, they did that all of last year. None of it worked. They spent over $2 billion for their candidate. None of it worked. Mainstream media is on their side. None of it worked. And they're just still doubling down. Mainstream media still doing the same thing. Democrat politicians, along with mainstream media, still doing the same thing. Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad. And it's like, come on, bro. When are y'all going to wake up and realize this stuff don't work? As a matter of fact, y'all pushing even more people away because people are realizing, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all told me when Trump got into office, all the black folks were going to get rounded up. Y'all told me that everything was going to crash in the middle of the summer if Trump took office. None of that happened. Y'all told me all of these bad things were going to happen once Trump took office, and none of it happened. All I see is Trump doing exactly what he said he was going to do. When's the last time y'all actually did that for us? So, like, people are actually talking about this. I'm showing you guys some of those clips. And maybe I'll make a video with some more of those, but they're waking even more people up to realize that they're a bunch of liars because they continually lie all the time. Once you lie enough, people are like, wait a minute. Didn't you say that didn't happen? Didn't you say that didn't happen either? That didn't happen. 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 Bro, what have y'all actually told the truth about? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. These folks are just digging themselves even deeper into a hole, and it is absolutely wild to watch. But y'all get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions about all of this. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.